What's up guys, today I'm currently at the server spawn. Now, as you can see, the spawn itself, it's got a pretty decent, hello, there's me. It's got a pretty decent thing going on. You can see it's sort of like, the idea is there, but the execution is just, I don't know, it kind of just needs to be all tied together and just really look good to just truly represent what the server is all about. Hello again, me. But before we start building, I think we need to assess the situation and figure out what I actually want to do. Alright, so my plan is basically I just want to extend some pathways to places where there aren't pathways. I didn't mark it here, but I also want to make this nether portal a little... I'm having a stroke. I want to make this nether portal a little larger, and I also just kind of want to add a bunch of forestry and maybe some beaches around. So yeah, that's the basic plan. Let's get to it. Okay, I finished doing the paths. Also, I made a custom model which gives me a little bow. I think that's cute. Anywho, I finished doing the paths and water, shut up. I finished doing the paths and I also cleaned up some areas. Like Brian built a goofy looking present house here. I cleaned that up. And next thing I want to do is I want to clean up some of these random chests and stuff. And also this rules board, I want to rebuild it because it looks kind of weird. And then I also want to build just like a little mini house here for beds and crafting tables and random storage, just to make spawn a little functional, or at least not any less functional than it already is. So yeah, let's do that. That's the board all cleaned up. I forgot what was written on it, so I just put the part that I wrote on it. And it's basically exactly the same, it just looks a little nicer. And there are plenty of blank signs here, so if any other members want to add their additions, feel free. And the next thing I want to do is I want to build a little house like around here, or somewhere, just so people can sleep and store their items and stuff. Basically I kind of want it to be in similar style to this building, but not exactly the same. You know what I mean, yeah. Finished building the house. It's a very pretty little house. I quite like it. And then you can see inside, I did inside off replaymod because you can see I made some little storage chests here with all the items that were at spawn. I organized them, but they don't have to be that way. And then I've got like beds, crafting tables, stone cut, just some essential things to get started and just nice to have on demand. And right after I finished that, I just added some furnaces as well. It's basically just all the things that you'd want in a quick pinch. Just because, I don't know, that's kind of nice to have at spawn, I feel like. And yes, this does mean that there are now no chests chilling at spawn. So everything that needs to be cleaned up is now cleaned up. So now I'm just going to add a little bit of extra pretty things, just because pretty. I forgot to resume after pausing the replay to get more leaves, but yeah, I finished placing the leaves here. We got just leaves outlining the pathways. I did forget I had oh wow, look, I'm punching. Ooh, I'm glowing. Distractions. But yeah, I just placed a bunch of leaves around the paths. And now it just leaves these sort of big areas here. I cannot F5 in this mode. Now, originally what I was gonna do is I was gonna put some trees, but then I realized, I don't know, maybe I don't want to do it, I'm not entirely sure. Now I'm kind of debating planting like a gigantic crop field, because I think that would be cool, I don't know. Okay, what I think I do is I make part of this area here crops, and then maybe like some crop action going on in this area, or maybe I don't quite know what to do with that area because it's very big. Also, I need to clear out that rooted dirt, but like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't quite know. I need to figure that out. Yeah, I think I've decided I do want to put a farm over here, as you can see by that time lapse where I placed all the water blocks. So now, I've just got to turn all of this into farmland. Woohoo! There we go. I finished the entire wheat field here. Let me go into free cam so we can look at it. Look at this thing. So much wheat. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this was kind of a lot. I did it on stream. It took like an hour. And yeah, it kind of just ends abruptly over here because when you're at spawn, like, you don't really see it. So it looks infinite, but it's not actually because, yeah, I'm lazy. So yeah, that's the wheat field. It's kind of crazy, don't you think? The next thing I want to do is a little bit ambitious. Basically, since Spawn and Shopping District are pretty close to each other, I kind of want to make a railway connecting them, and I over-engineered an entire train station to do that. Basically, the way it works is pretty cool. So you get in the minecart, and then you press this button, and then it falls down, and then another minecart comes in, and then I'll go in this one to demonstrate what happens. So you go down, and then you go up, and then you don't actually go around. Then you go over here, and then it just pops you right back out into this inbound plate. It's so cool. Also, once you get popped out of the minecart, which is about here, it'll then go up and here, and this cactus will break it. Then it'll go into this whole minecart thing, and then it'll go onto the dispenser that dispenses new minecarts. So the minecarts all recycle themselves, so you never have to worry about refilling. I've got the schematics prepped, and I have a full 2 train stations worth of things in my inventory right now. So yeah, basically TLDR, I'm ready to start building. There we go, I got the train station finished. It looks exactly, well, I mean, you saw it in the world, it just looks exactly like that because I used a Lightmatica. I also built this one on the other side right here. I just didn't replaymod timelapse it because the build process is literally exactly the same, and why would I do just 2 timelapses of basically the same thing? That would be silly. Now I just need to connect all the rails and stuff, which is going to be quite a monumental task that I will not do right this second. Well, I mean, the next thing I do in the video will be that, but in real life it'll be like a day or so before I actually begin. But that doesn't matter. Okay, I finished the railroad. The posts look kind of a lot closer than I thought they would, but I kind of like that, so it's fine. And obviously everything works fully as intended. I can get in the minecart and press the button, and then I can be whisked away over to Shopping District. It also just occurred to me, considering we have nether travel, that this is entirely pointless. There's really no reason for this to exist, but it's cool, that's why. And finally, because Spawn's looking a little naked right now, I'm just gonna add a few trees. There is making a path right here, which is kind of ruining my shot, but if we ignore that, you can see that I did in fact plant the trees and do a little bit of bone mealing on the ground, and believe it or not, that is literally all I did in between the last clip and now. Yeah, that's how much of a difference it makes, guys. So, pro building tip, just when in doubt, add green things and pink things depending on oh, hello. I did do a variety of trees because that looks cool. You can see we've got azalea and oak and, no, I'm flying too fast. We got azalea, oak, and birch just because they look different and add different color, and I think it just makes it look cooler than having just one type of tree. Another pro building tip, just add more variety when in doubt. More variety and more green things, that's literally all I did, and it works. So yeah, that is the entire spawn done. I am satisfied with where it is. I also should mention that this area right here is not going to look like this. Area is going to terraform a nice little cliff, because he does cliffs and stuff, and he's also building this path somewhere. I don't entirely know. I trust him though. So yeah, that is probably going to be all for this episode. I don't know how long all of the footage I have is going to add up to, but if it's too short, I don't care. This is where it ends. Goodbye.